Hello, Mr. Sada.
Hello.
हजुरले आफ्नो करियर अहिले कस्तो लागिरहेछ?
Yeah, career is good. So working as a data scientist, pretty much it's a fun career. Like I really like it.
Do you like where you are, or do you want to achieve more? How are your goals in the future?
Yeah, I think it's a really good questions, but yeah, I'm pretty happy with the position I currently hold. But it's still, the ambition is always there. So just wanted to grow up, as much as I could, and then learn, and it's kind of learning and then just going up. So yeah, that will continue.
Okay, I've heard that you moved from Texas to Virginia. How are you liking it there?
Yeah, it is. Yeah, being on Texas for so long, I still miss the things that I do here. But Virginia is great too. Relatively the weather is pretty nice. So that's one of the things that I really like there. And trying to get settled on new area, but it could be temporary. So who knows, right? I could move back to Texas soon. But so far everything is good.
Okay, nice to hear that. And I've heard the weather in Virginia is pretty cold compared to how it was in Texas. So how was the change? Was it a drastic change, or was it okay?
No, I mean, yeah, definitely different, right? Especially you can feel that in summer, where like it used to be really hot, and right, on Texas it's really hot, but their temperature is relatively mild. But it's not the first time that I went to Virginia. Like I used to live there for like 7 years back, so I was kind of already prepared on how things will be. So it's not surprising at all.
Okay, so you were like did you have like nostalgia after going back there, or was it like the same place, or was it a different place?
Yeah, it's a different city in Virginia. No, like it's 2 hours from DC. But the climate is pretty close to northern Virginia, with maybe certain degree less or higher on Richmond side. So, but yeah.
How is it like very different? How is Virginia? Is it like small state, big state? How are the differences how is it different from Texas?
Yeah, so I mean, yeah, it's I think if you're just looking from geographically, right? So in terms of size, yeah, Virginia is a small city compared to Texas. Texas is like one of the second largest or third largest, right? Like on the US, right? So, but by location wise, it's on the center. Like more kind of Virginia is like more kind of center, like next to the DC. So yeah. So what was your question? Sorry, I forgot that.
How's it different, or yeah, how's it different from Texas?
Yeah, so I mean, I think the greenery, like you can see, it's like more, Virginia, it feels more natural in terms of greenery. Like everywhere you can see like a really big trees, and temperature is pretty mild. But Texas is hot, but it has a unique culture. I think that's why it's very hard to kind of compare to. There are unique features and unique things, like things that you find in Texas. You may not be able to see there, but Virginia has its own culture, and then Texas has its own, especially. And I think the biggest thing, like is so far, is the community. It's still on Richmond. There is a huge community, but not like on Texas, where you kind of feel like sitting on Kathmandu.
So like Nepal, people in Texas are there are more population of Nepali there in Texas than Virginia.
Yeah, on the Virginia, like on the, I mean, Virginia is big, so right. So if you're talking about the Richmond city itself, yeah, I think, yeah, it's a small city compared to Texas, like the DFW area. So definitely, I mean, I think that DFW is the city with the largest Nepalese population, if I'm not wrong. Yeah.
Okay, that's good to hear. I'm learning something new. So let's go back to the career questions. So I know you're a data scientist. Tell me more what you do in data scientist, or let's learn from like education path. Like what degrees do you have to get to be data scientist, and maybe your experience, or just how you get like to go in the path, and yeah.
Yeah, this is an excellent question. So yeah, let me start from my career, right? So like I said, like, before I came to the United States, like on Nepal, like I had done master's degree in physics. So from there, I kind of, somehow familiar with data, because my thesis, like master's thesis, was on astrophysics, where I kind of had to deal with those data at that time, right? Technically, just, speaking very precisely, I analyzed the data that were released from one of the largest telescope, which is now in Arizona. So I kind of analyze that data using different tool. That's how I get to know, okay, there is this is the future, or something that I wanted to go, at that time, even though not knowing much the coding and all those things. But as soon as I came here, then then I get to know the people and some of the professors. Like I just connected with the professor, and then pretty much they kind of guide me to go in this direction. And then I did my master's. I guess that's the second master's from University of Texas at San Antonio, where where I pretty much where I kind of learn the skills more on the coding side, right? So learning the Python or the programming language that you need to be successful in this career, like I would say, right? At least fundamentally, you need to build the models and all those things. So and then even though I had statistics, and we do heavy math on physics, we used to do. So those are supporting, but understanding on how those technical things also, specifically understanding stats and math, and then coding. Those things I learned on very short. Like I completed masters in a year, and then started working. For one of the financial institutions in San Antonio. I started my career as an intern for decision science analyst, and then I was offered data scientist position, and then I worked almost 3 years there, and I was senior data scientist when I left USA. Then I went to Verizon as a principal data scientist, and then I'm there for almost 4.5 years now. And there, in terms of career path, now I'm working as associate director with some people reporting to me, and also I'm heavily focused on generative AI, like artificial intelligence. If you probably heard about ChatGPT, that kind of things, kind of building similar solutions for the company. So it's pretty fun career in that sense. Like you'll never get bored, like if you to do these kind of things. And the project will be always interesting because it's not like more kind of repetitive. You do things to make more things more automated, right? So you get the opportunity to kind of work on a very interesting project. So that is something that I really like. And the second is fundamental, everything is data, right? So as the title suggests, so you analyze the data. So you analyze the data, and build a model, so which is good.
That's really nice to hear. Like you started with physics, and so it's really nice to hear that you're enjoying this career. It sounds really hard for me because I have not taken any of the classes, so I have no idea. But I've heard it's really hard to be in that career path, and it's gives you the fruit of hard work, and that's really nice to hear. Thanks for sharing about your career, and thanks for sharing about how you're living in Virginia and about your differences. And I really like to learn more, and it's really nice to know about data scientist career. I hope that whoever is listening to this will find this helpful in many ways. You probably learn more about Virginia, Texas, and the career path for data scientists. It's really amazing because nowadays AI is taking over lots of things, and it's really nice to learn about this stuff. It might be the future tomorrow. And thank you so much.
Yeah, really appreciate asking these awesome questions. And yeah, if anyone who's listening this audio or something, I don't know how clear it is, or maybe it's too depth, right? But anyone interested in any way, I can help, more than happy. So in terms of anyone wants to get on this career, and appreciate taking time to ask me those questions.
Thank you. Bye. Bye. I love you so much.